Good evening, Dr. Phil here. Today we'll be discussing on scavenging. Purpose of scavenging. It is a legal requirement under the control of substances hazardous to health. Only the local environment is protected. The pollutant gases are vented unchanged to the atmosphere. Most are potent greenhouse gases. Anesthetic vapors may be a possible health hazard. There is currently no strong association between occupational exposure to trace levels of waste anesthetic vapors in scavenged operating theatres and adverse health effects. Some studies have identified weak associations with exposure to trace amounts of waste anesthetic vapors, such as spontaneous abortion in women. Male anesthetists were more likely to father daughters than sons, and hematological malignancies. However, other studies have not replicated these data. Sources of pollution by anesthetic gases and vapor. Incomplete scavenging of gases from the ventilator or APL valve. Leaks from equipment such as poorly fitting face masks, T-piece, uncuffed tracheal tubes, O-rings, soda lime canister, cryosurgery units, cardiopulmonary bypass circuit, APL valve, discharge of anesthetic gases from ventilators or vaporizer, such as failure to turn off fresh gas flow or vaporizer at the end of anesthesia, and spillage during filling of vaporizers. Gas exhaled by the patient after anesthesia in the operation theatre, corridors, or recovery room. Maximum permitted exposure levels. It is expressed as an 8-hour time-weighted average. The evidence base underlying these permitted levels are not robust. Differences in these limits for exposure amongst different countries illustrates the difficulty in setting standards without adequate data. These levels are chosen because they are well below the levels at which any significant adverse effects occurred in animals. No evidence available to suggest human health will be adversely affected. The maximum permitted exposure levels for nitrous oxide in the UK is 100 ppm, US is 25 ppm. For enfluorine in UK is 50 ppm, US is 2 ppm. Isoflurane, UK is 50 ppm, US is 2 ppm. Halothane in UK is 10 ppm, US is 2 ppm. Sevoflurane, UK is 20 ppm and US is 2 parts per million. Desflurane, UK is 50 ppm and US is 2 ppm. Halogenated anesthetic agent plus nitrous oxide in the US is 0.5 ppm. Methods to minimize operation theatre pollution. Theatre air changes of at least 15 to 20 times per hour with ventilation and air conditioning. Non-recirculating ventilation system is usually used. Recirculating ventilation system is not recommended. Unventilated operation theatres are 4 times as contaminated with anesthetic gases and vapors compared to those with adequate ventilation. Labour wards should have at least 5 air changes per hour to minimize Antonox levels. Use of circle breathing systems. These low and ultra-low flow breathing systems recycle exhaled anesthetic vapors, also known as rebreathing system. There is a means to absorb exhaled carbon dioxide, such as the use of soda lime. Low fresh gas flow reduces the amount of inhalational agents used. Alternative anesthetic methods to avoid inhalational anesthetic agents, such as total intravenous anesthesia or regional anesthesia. Avoid spillage of volatile anesthetic agents when filling vaporizers. In some countries, vaporizers are filled only in a portable fume cupboard. Agent-specific connectors reduces spillage. Scavenging. Collects waste anesthetic gases from the breathing system and discards them safely. It should not affect the ventilation or oxygenation of the patient and should not affect the dynamics of the breathing system. Quality control procedures. Sampling to assess waste anesthetic vapor concentrations in the air for nitrous oxide and halogenated agents is done in the UK every year, in the US quarterly. Location. Wherever anesthesia is administered. Includes leak test of equipments, sampling air in the operation theatre personnel breathing zone. Planned preventive maintenance programs are essential for quality control. General ventilation system and scavenging equipment should be tested at least every year. It involves anesthetic equipment, gas scavenging, gas supply, flow meters, and ventilation systems. Classification of scavenging systems. They can be classified into passive system, semi-active systems, and active systems. Passive system. Advantages includes it is simple to construct and has zero running costs. Components of the passive system. It consists of a collection system, transfer system, receiving system, and disposal system. The collection system should be connected to the APL valve or expiratory valve. A 30mm connector connects to the transfer tubing and prevents accidental misconnection to other ports. Transfer system comprises a wide bore tubing to remove the gases. Receiving system. The transfer tubing leads to the receiving system. It consists of a reservoir system, such as a reservoir bag, and two spring-loaded pressure relieving valves. Protection against excessive positive pressures of 1 kPa in case of obstruction distal to the receiving system can prevent barotrauma. Protection against negative pressure of -50 Pa in case of increased demand in the scavenging system prevents the application of negative pressure to the patient's lungs. Rebreathing can occur from collapse of the reservoir bag due to negative pressures. Disposal system consists of a wide-bore copper pipe which leads to the atmosphere. Mechanism of action. Gases are vented to the atmosphere by patient's spontaneous breathing efforts or the mechanical ventilator. The receiving system mounted on the anaesthetic machine minimizes the length of transfer tubing and thus reduces the resistance to gas flow. Safety issues. If the scavenging system is connected to the exit grill of the theatre ventilation, excessive positive or negative pressure at the outlet, such as due to wind, will affect the performance of the scavenging system. Reversal of flow, such as due to wind at the outlet, will result in rebreathing and recirculation. Protection against insects by covering the outlet with a wire mesh. Prevention of compression of the passive hose by using non-compressible materials and not placing the hose on the floor. Compression or occlusion of the passive hose leads to escape of gases or vapors into the theatre. The charcoal canister is a passive system, also known as the Cardiff Aldazorber. Components includes a canister, which contains charcoal particles, and a transfer tubing to connect the canister to the APL valve of the breathing system or expiratory valve of the ventilator. Mechanism of action. The charcoal particles absorb halogenated inhalational agents. Exhaustion of the canister is indicated by its increased weight. It should be replaced after every 12 hours of use. Safety issues. It is unable to absorb nitrous oxide. Heating the canister releases the inhalational agents to the atmosphere. Absorption of the anesthetic agents do not render them inert. Semi-active systems. The scavenging system may be regarded as semi-active if the waste gases are conducted to the extraction site of the theatre air conditioning system. The small negative pressure generated by air conditioning system assists with the disposal of gases from the scavenging tubing. These systems have variable performance and efficacy. Active system. Components includes collection system, transfer system, receiving system, and disposal system. The collecting and transfer system is similar to that of the passive system. The receiving system. A valveless, open-ended reservoir located between the receiving and disposal components. Bacterial filter is located downstream. Visual flow indicator between the receiving and disposal systems is present. Alternative designs includes a reservoir bag with two spring-loaded safety valves. The disposal system consists of a fan or pump which generates a vacuum. Mechanism of action. The vacuum drives gases through the system. Expiratory flow rates of 30 to 130 liters per minute can be generated. Mechanisms to generate the negative pressure or vacuum for expiratory flow can be produced by motorized fans, pump, or a Venturi system. Mechanisms to cope with changes in gas flow rates to ensure a uniform gas flow passes to the disposal system. Situations where there's excessive negative pressure, such as during increased demand, more ambient air is entrained to maintain the pressure. In situations where there is excessive positive pressure, less ambient air is entrained to maintain the pressure. Safety issues. The reservoir prevents application of excessive negative or positive pressures to the patient. In cases where there is excessive negative pressure, the reservoir bag collapses and there is risk of rebreathing. When there is excessive positive pressure, this occurs when there is an obstruction beyond the receiving system and causes risk of barotrauma. The vacuum pump should be independent and used only for scavenging. These are my references. Thank you.